This video will show you how to set up your preferences to use Fusion 360 in class. In the upper right hand corner, there's a little question mark for the help menu. Go to Support and Diagnostics and go to Graphics Diagnostics. What we need to do is to limit effects to optimize performance. So check this little box and that will help with a little bit of the glitching on some of these slow computers. Close that section. In your upper right hand corner, you have your name. Click on that. Go to your preferences, and in this first window we need to make sure that our Z-axis is up. Most likely it's default to Y up. That's the orientation of the Y-axis. We want our Z-axis to be the default modeling orientation, Z up. Everything else is fine. You can change the direction in which your scroll wheel on your mouse zooms in and out to match maybe rhinoceros or what you're used to, but you can change those on your own time. Going through the rest of this, most of this we don't really need. We're going to stop at the general CAM section and enable your cloud libraries. Going to skip through all these sections and go down into default units. For design, we want to make sure we're working in inches, and also our CAM units are in inches. Click apply, click OK. And that is what you need to do to set up your preferences to start using Fusion 360. Quick overview of Autodesk Fusion 360. We have our data panel up on the left that shows your current projects that you're working on or where those projects are saved within the cloud. We have our standard drop down new save export options, save icon, undo, redo. This section right here allows us to select a different workspace. So right now I'm in the modeling workspace. If I switch over to sheet metal, I'll have a different set of tools. Same thing with CAM. Back to model. We have our top toolbar up here. Most of the popular friendly tools are going to be located on the left side. Use those a lot, and underneath those we have more tools. If you hover your mouse over a tool, you'll get a tooltip. I highly encourage you to stop and actually read it and look at the picture. There will also be a keyboard shortcut for that tool, especially if it's one that is used a lot, like a 2-point rectangle is keyboard shortcut R. There's a sketch drop down menu, create, modify, assemble. They're kind of grouped into like or similar things. This is your browser tree. This will be used for looking at different files. There really isn't much in here, different parts or components, not files, but that will get further developed as you create models and assemblies. This view cube upper right hand corner is pretty popular. It allows you to, let me open up something so you can actually see what's going on. Let me open up this little sign right here. This was cut out on the water jet. You can use this view cube to rotate or orbit your part in 3D space. You can also hold down shift and the middle mouse wheel to do this. The middle mouse wheel zooms in and out if you just scroll it, or if you press the middle mouse wheel with no shift, it will pan. So that's the kind of view cube. This little house right here allows you to go to a 3D isometric view. Down at the bottom we have a little timeline that will walk you through the steps that were used to create your part or assembly. Section for comments. Down here we also have the orbit, look at face, look at that face, pan, zoom in, out. Most of these buttons are used, or these buttons you actually use your mouse, so I don't really use these a lot, but they are handy every now and then. Down here you have settings for your display, whether you want to do shaded or wireframe. You can just kind of change some different effects, and then we have some grid settings as far as spacing or snaps, and then you can go to the 4 different views: top, front, right, isometric 3D view, similar to Rhino. So that's the basics for Fusion. Remember to save your work